At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Down to the 22-yard line. This defense for the Steelers, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air, it made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground. You just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first. It 3's in. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 23. Now the 3rd-year man, Najee Harris. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Baltimore defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And that right there is what they're going to need to do, because this is not an elite unit. They've got to keep everything in front of them, rally up and make plays, what a lot of defensive coordinators call top-down defense. Don't give up anything behind you.
There's the stiff arm, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. This is Harris. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Duvernay in motion. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a 2nd and 5. Duvernay in motion. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
18 Cardinal.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us, or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you are so excited with a 4th down stop. Making a punt, that's your goal anyway, but a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 2. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Down the left sideline. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to move back in front.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Boston, the man in motion left.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. This a 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Harris. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. This one finds Austin out right. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First and 10, here's Pickett. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Jackson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Running left, Taylor.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jackson now.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Jackson on 2nd down.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Duvernay in motion.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On the return is Peterson.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
Throw left side complete. That's Harris. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. Got an open man, it's Pickens.
And, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short.
Now on 4th down, Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Duvernay was a Pro Bowl return man for the second straight year, but Baltimore also tried getting his home run ability involved more in the offense last season. Top 400 yards, and he gets them a first down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? On the draw is Taylor. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Lamar changing the look. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Ravens 17, Steelers 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And they're just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
65 Jack, 65 Jack.
Pickett. Unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And here's a very low line drive. Almost whiffed on it. Fielded at the 33. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. There he goes left side. Touchdown. He goes 67 yards on the punt return. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, Jack.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Trap 60, trap 60. Take go.
Now Pickett. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Harris running straight ahead. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 10 more there and another first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Steelers, first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They run with Harris. And it fights through one man. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Pickett sets up play action.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Boswell's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
To throw is Jackson. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Well, a terrible towel is in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
And Jackson throwing once more.
Open man is Duvernay.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
A give for Taylor running right side.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
They run once more with Taylor.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And Jackson going to have the 1st down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7th. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 113 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now 2nd and 5. Here's Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical. You figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
19 Tiger.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. This one finds Austin out right. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Pickett going to bootleg it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tougher quarterback to get thrown off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Hey, middle.
Now it's Jackson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him to like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going.
There he goes, left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Again, it's Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Jackson now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Oh, good move. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. This is 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Pickett to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
A big play looming on third down. Now Pickett. That's to Fryermuth. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
He's going to let it fly. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead will shrink to 6. Time definitely the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Ready.
And they will take a knee here.
Finish in this one, Charles. Here, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Baltimore, they move a step closer.